Welcome! Today we're diving into the latest from the Next in AI newsletter. And honestly, the scale of what's happening right now is just massive. We're talking about huge, strategic bets that are set to redefine not just technology, but finance and even science itself. So let's just jump right in with the headline number. $110 billion. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. This, according to the latest reports, is the new cost of entry for scaling artificial intelligence for literally everyone. It's the rocket fuel for everything we're about to explore. So the big question is, where is all this money going, and what in the world is it powering?
All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down today. First, we're going to follow the money, look at the billion-dollar power plays that are shaping the whole industry. Then, we'll go inside the AI research frontier to understand the actual science that all this cash is funding. And finally, we're going to tackle that really critical question. How do we balance all this incredible progress with some serious responsibility?
Okay, let's get into it. This first section is all about the big headlines. And what you'll see is that this isn't just one company having a breakthrough. No, this is a major realignment across the entire tech world, and it's all being driven by just colossal amounts of capital and ambition.
So the first thing you have to wrap your head around is the crazy pace of collaboration. The biggest names in tech, they aren't just competing anymore. They're forming these incredibly powerful strategic alliances. And what they're building is this interconnected ecosystem that is just speeding up development like we've never seen before.
And this slide really gives you a taste of just how broad these partnerships are. I mean, look at this. You've got OpenAI and Amazon teaming up to bring the most advanced AI models to AWS, the world's biggest cloud platform. But it's not just big tech. At the same time, you see AI being used to fast-track government projects, and even to build what's essentially an AI-powered factory for drug discovery with Lilly and NVIDIA. This shows you AI is embedding itself into the absolute core of our economy.
Now, these partnerships are incredible for sure, but they don't just happen, right? They need a foundation of massive, massive capital. So that leads us right back to the obvious question. Who is writing the checks for that $110 billion we just saw?
And here you have it. A single investment round basically powered by three giants. Amazon is leading the pack with a truly staggering $50 billion. They're joined by NVIDIA, the company making all the chips that power this revolution, and the global investor SoftBank, each kicking in $30 billion. The big takeaway here is that the world's heaviest hitters are placing bets on AI that will define the next generation.
Okay, so all of that money, all that momentum, it has to be aimed at something, right? So let's pivot. We're going from the boardroom to the research lab to look at the fundamental science that makes all of this possible and, frankly, makes it necessary. When you start digging into the latest research papers, a really clear picture emerges of what scientists are trying to fix right now. It's not just about making models bigger anymore, it's about making them smarter, way more reliable, and actually useful. They're trying to solve things like model uncertainty, figuring out how to get people to actually adopt these tools at work, and even using AI to discover brand new materials from scratch.
Now, this concept here, epistemic uncertainty, it sounds really complex, I know, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. It's the uncertainty that comes from an AI basically not knowing what it doesn't know. Researchers are pouring tons of effort into reducing this, and it's absolutely crucial if we're ever going to trust AI with really high-stakes stuff, like in medicine or finance.
And the scope of this research is just breathtaking. Seriously, on one end of the spectrum, you have physicists using specialized AI to discover new quantum materials. And then, on the complete other end, you have organizational psychologists studying how things like psychological safety in the workplace is the real key to getting teams to adopt these new AI tools. It's this fascinating mix of hard science and, well, human nature.
So that brings us to our final section, where we need to pull the lens way back. Because with this much money and this much science happening this fast, we have to talk about the other side of the coin, the immense, and I mean immense, responsibility that comes with all of it.
This slide just captures that central tension perfectly. Over on the left, you have the incredible promise, right? AI discovering new drugs, modernizing government. But look to the right. Every single breakthrough creates a new challenge. How do we govern these things ethically? What's the real impact on jobs? And how on earth do businesses navigate what's becoming a total regulatory chaos? And this is not just some theoretical debate for a philosophy class. We're seeing real-world pushback right now. For example, the developers behind Post-Market OS, which is an open-source operating system, they have explicitly banned the use of generative AI in their project. It's a clear signal that not everybody is on board, and communities are starting to set their own rules. This quote from the source material really just says it all. The challenge isn't just technical anymore. It's about governance, it's about deployment, it's about responsibility. The whole conversation is shifting from, can we do this, to, wait a minute, how should we do this?
So that's where we'll leave it. We've seen the $100 billion bets and the incredible scientific frontiers being shattered, and it all leaves us with this one defining question right here on the slide. As AI's capabilities and its capital just skyrocket, can our wisdom actually keep pace? That is the fundamental challenge of this new frontier.